Hello Bloomington, I'm Mayor Tim Bussey, and this is the Council Minute for the week of November 1st. Last week, City Manager Jamie Verbrugge, Port Authority Administrator Shane Rudling, and I traveled to Washington, D.C. for a series of meetings with Senator Amy Klobuchar and with staff members from the office of Senator Tina Smith and Congressman Dean Phillips. Our agenda included funding for the I-494 reconstruction project and Expo 2027. Let's start with 494. You've heard me talk about this project before. The plan is to do a major reconstruction of 494 on that 9.5-mile stretch between the airport and Highway 169. The goals are to improve safety, to ensure a smoother ride, to decrease congestion, and to ultimately improve rush hour trip time reliability. The problem is that not enough funding has been allocated to construct the complete vision of what the project really could be. The entire plan is broken down into 4 projects, and Project 1, which will go a long way toward the goals that have been laid out on this, that has been fully funded through a variety of funding sources. But there's not enough funding for Project 2, which is a project to reconstruct the railroad bridge over 494 between Lyndale and Nicollet Avenues. Or as I described to our congressional delegation, it's the railroad bridge by Home Depot. If we someday want to add easy pass lanes on 494, that railroad bridge needs to be replaced. The last thing we want is for Bloomington residents and commuters to go through several years of work and then have crews come back again in the not too distant future to replace the railroad bridge within that same construction footprint. Our message to the delegation was, if we're going to do this, let's do it right. Let's not turn this into a forever project. The cost of replacing the railroad bridge is estimated at $17 million. Certainly not a small sum, but it's an amount that I hope we can find to help complete this project. I'll keep you updated as we learn more. So regarding Expo 2027, back in July, the White House officially and formally said that Minnesota will be the host location in the United States bid for Expo 2027. Now, it's a long way from being a done deal, but if the United States wins the bid for Expo 2027, which is also known as the World's Fair, it will be in Minnesota and most likely right here in Bloomington. Now, that's a big deal. The 3-month Expo is projected to draw 13 million attendees and exhibits from more than 100 countries. The hospitality and tourism benefits would be significant, but more important would be the long-term economic and business development that would occur after the Expo ends. So last week, during our meetings with the congressional delegation, we talked about legislation that will secure funding for planning activities and will ultimately commit the United States to participating in Expo 2025, which will be held in Osaka, Japan. So why are we concerned about the Expo in Osaka? Well, the United States currently doesn't have funds authorized for a pavilion and for participation in the Osaka Expo. If the United States is not an active and an enthusiastic participant at the Osaka Expo, the U.S. bid to host in 2027 has very little chance of success. With that in mind, we were also honored to be invited to lunch at the Embassy of Japan, where we had the opportunity to meet with the Minister of Economy, Trade, and Industry. That's the governing body in the Japanese government for the Osaka Expo. We talked about Bloomington's desire for increased international business development. We highlighted a local Japanese-owned business here in Bloomington, and we pledged to work to ensure that the United States is a full participant in Expo 2025. And later that day, we had a very productive meeting with a representative of the State Department to discuss a variety of issues, including U.S. involvement in the Dubai Expo, which is happening right now. You should Google it. It's fascinating to look at. We talked about planning for Expo 2025, and we talked about the work of the Minnesota Bid Committee and the City of Bloomington to advance the application to host Expo 2027. It was a lot to take in less than 24 hours, but I think everyone came away encouraged by the discussions that we had. Now, I want to stress again that we're looking at this as a long-range economic development effort in the city of Bloomington. The consensus is that this could be transformative, not only for Bloomington, but for the entire Twin Cities, for Minnesota, and ultimately the United States. That's why the efforts to bring the Expo to Minnesota have been supported by each of the past 3 presidential administrations and by a bipartisan group of congressional leaders. The next steps on the Expo bid include a presentation to the General Assembly of the Bureau of International Expositions. That's the group that officially and actually runs expos. That meeting is December 14th, and the presentation will be done by the U.S. State Department, the Minnesota Bid Committee, and the City of Bloomington. And finally today, as I'm sure you know, the City of Bloomington held elections this week for positions on the City Council and the School Board. It was the first time using ranked choice voting in our City Council elections, and none of the three races had an election night winner. That means that ranked choice counting will begin on Thursday, November 4th at 9 a.m. in the Black Box Theater in Civic Plaza. Now, depending on when you're viewing this Council Minute, you're more than welcome to join us to watch. Everyone is welcome to come and watch the results being tabulated in real time. More than 15,000 voters cast ballots on Election Day. That's a 26% turnout, which isn't bad. Now, yes, it's just a touch below Bloomington's 92% turnout rate that we saw in the 2020 elections, but it's about on par with the voter turnout we typically see in off-year elections. I want to be sure to specifically thank all of the election judges who worked on Election Day. Year after year, Bloomington election judges do outstanding work. They work long hours, they are patient and knowledgeable, which was especially important this year, and they do it all with a big smile on their face. So thank you to all of our election judges. You make democracy work here in Bloomington, and your efforts are greatly appreciated. That will do it for the first Council Minute for the month of November. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, stay safe, Bloomington.